President Bola Tinubu described fuel subsidy as scam and disincentive to growth. At least 8 people killed in a fresh Boko Haram attack in Borno State. Around 40 missing in Italy migrant boat mishap. Today is 6th Hadejia 1444 after the Hijrah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is equivalent to 24th June 2023. I am Salamatu Dalliman with the news and full. The Debt Management Office (DMO) has disclosed that Nigeria's total public debt has risen to 108.3 billion dollars, which is equivalent to 49.8 trillion naira. In a statement yesterday night, DMO said that the figure, which include money owned by the federal and state government, does not include the federal government's 22.7 trillion naira ways and means advances of the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN). Comparatively, the total public debt stock for the preceding period last December stood at 46.2 trillion naira. During the period, there were increase in the debt stock of the FGN, states, and the FCT. Experts have warned the current administration of President Bola Tinubu against incurring debts. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has yesterday described fuel subsidy as a scam and disincentive to growth, saying it rewarded smugglers and reduced the burden of the real cost of the commodity for some countries. Tinubu made the assertion during a meeting with members of the Nigerian community in France. He said a statement by his special advisor on special duties, communication and strategy, Dele Alake, yesterday. Addressing Nigerians in France, Tinubu explained that the special advisor on monetary policy, Wale Edun, and Alake had excluded fuel subsidy removal from his inaugural speech, but he felt it was expedient to stop the subsidy on the first day. This marked the first time the president will publicly comment on his May 29th inaugural speech, in which he declared that fuel subsidy is gone. The comment sparked a near instant hike in prices and hoarding, leading to calls for protest by the Nigerian Labour Congress. This is despite former President Muhammadu Buhari's early moves to end the payment of fuel subsidy by June. The president promised to reposition the education and health sectors, adding that ongoing reforms on the economy will be sustained and expanded with a view to relieving families struggling with the burden of poverty and insecurity. The remarks comes 11 days after the president signed the student loan bill into law. President Bola Tinubu says Nigeria will sustain its spotlight on African countries as the fulcrum of its economic and foreign policies. He spoke yesterday while receiving the President of Benin Republic, Patrice Talon, after the summit on new global financing pact in Paris, France. A statement by his special advisor on special duties communication strategy, Dele Alake, quoted Tinubu as stating that trade issues, security and border controls will be mutually implemented. The president added that bilateral relations with African countries, particularly at the sub-regional level, will be enhanced for shared benefit in areas of security, health, energy, education, and diplomacy. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency and the Hadejia State Command has arrested 422 drug peddlers and seized 999.335 kg of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. The state and the Hadejia Commandant Muaz Ali Musa said these on Thursday while briefing newsmen at a commemoration of the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking held at the command's headquarters in Dutse, the state capital. He said from June 2022 to June 2023, the command succeeded in arresting 422 drug offenders. Out of the number, 409 were male and 13 female. He appealed to community leaders, traditional and religious leaders, and local government council chairmen to join hands with the command to ensure drug-free society. The news is coming to you from the studios of Sawaba Radio. Mornings after the short break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're still onto the services of Sawaba Radio 104.9 Hadejia. Jigawa State Police Command has arrested a 25-year-old man, Usman Khalil, over alleged impersonation as a mobile police officer. Its spokesman, DSP Lawanshius Adam, confirmed the arrest in a statement issued in Dutse. He said the suspect has been impersonating mobile police attached to 35 PMF Dutse and intimidating people. According to him, before his arrest, the suspect was reported to have gone to one Aliyu Bako shop at Mechanic Village in a police uniform with a gun and bought some food commodities on credit and promised to pay as soon as he fixed his salary account. Later, the fake police officer failed to keep his promise, and the victim reported the matter to the police authorities. The SP chief said the suspect and exhibit were transferred to CID for a discreet investigation. At least 8 people, mostly youths, have been killed in a fresh Boko Haram attack in Mafa local government area of Borno State, officials said. It had earlier reported how incidents attacked and slaughtered 15 persons, including farmers, at Molai outskirts of Maiduguri last week. It was gathered that the insurgents attacked Bulamari village in Mafa Council area on Thursday, killing 8 persons and while others wounded. According to a civilian joint task force source, young boys under the age of 20 were killed while logging firewood around Bulamari bush. Governor Babagana Zulum paid a sympathy visit to the affected village in his local government area, where he offered some assistance to the families of the victims in Mafa yesterday, lamenting pockets of attack in the recent days. Zulum urged people to be security conscious and shall not go far away where there is danger. Now to international scene. Sierra Leoneans are voting in a general election following a tense campaign marred by violence. On Wednesday, the main opposition party alleged that one of its supporters was shot dead by police, which the police have denied. Supporters of both main parties have been accused of attacking opponents. This election is taking place against the background of a troubled economy, the rising cost of living, as well as concerns about national unity. The voters are choosing a president, National Assembly, and councillors in the West African country's 50th election since the civil war ended in 2002. The 11-year conflict caused an estimated 50,000 lives, but since then, the country has a tradition of largely peaceful, free, and credible elections, according to Marcela Samba Sise, chairperson of the NGO National Election Watch. With strong party loyalty among the 3.3 million registered voters, the campaigns have focused on shoring up their party's bases rather than articulating and debating policy issues. United Nations says around 40 people are missing after a migrant boat capsized off the Italian island of Lampedusa. The shipwreck took place on Thursday, and at least one newborn baby is among those missing. The vessel left from Sfax in Tunisia and was carrying 46 migrants from Cameroon, Burkina Faso, and Ivory Coast, said Flavio Di Gaikomo, a spokesman for the United Nations Migration Agency, IOM. He explained this was due to the people from sub-Saharan Africa fleeing discrimination in Tunisia. The southern Italian island of Lampedusa is one of the main entry points for migrants crossing the Mediterranean. Last year, more than 46,000 people arrived there, out of a total of 105,000 in Italy, according to UNHCR. That has been the news. But before I go, a recap of the major stories. From the news world, head President Bola Tinubu described fuel subsidy as scam and disincentive to growth. At least 8 people killed in a fresh Boko Haram attack in Borno State. About 40 missing in Italy migrant boat shipwreck. That has been the news on the News Department. Our continuing announcer, Baba Bariki. I am Salamatu Dalliman saying good afternoon.